And it looks like we are live, so I'm going to say hello, everyone, and welcome to a terrible stream for terrible people. How are we all doing this fine Monday? I know a lot of you. Well, actually, I'm going to say I know a lot of you this weekend. We're probably doing Father's Day thing. And then I remembered my exact experience of Father's Day, which is for myself. This is UK Father's Day, by the way. I don't know if it's the same in America, but it is what it is. For my Father's Day, I got the wonderful gift of getting to spend money on Mrs. Sixdad for Father's Day instead. So, wonderful, not bitter. Hey, I got to go to the pub. I don't fucking care. It's great. But on the way there, it suddenly dawned on me, oh, we're going to that pub that has the restaurant in it. Oh, no. What if it's full? Don't worry. No one gives a shit about Father's Day. I forgot. There were other families there. It was okay, but no, just not a lot of them. It's just Father's Day. It's like Mother's Day, but no one cares. Including the dads. Like, bear that strongly in mind. I didn't fucking know it was Father's Day, and I didn't really care. I'm not trying to make some point about sexism or some shit. It just is how it is. But yeah, it was nice. It was nice. And he appreciated it. He had some delicious alcohol-free beer, which I still don't get the point of. Although, the thing is, I would totally drink an alcohol-free whiskey that tasted like whiskey I like, but none of them do. All of the alcohol-free whiskeys are a sort of weird... they're like a strongly flavored syrup that mostly reminds me of fucking licorice. Not strictly that it has licorice flavor, but you know when you have those sickly sweet and a bit bitter flavors, and there's not really anything to compare them to. That's what my experience of them have been. I sent my dad a gift card for £100 that he can use all over the place. Pubs, restaurants, shops, bottles of whiskies. He was well chuffed. Is it a gift card called a £100 note? I can't remember if we have 100. I know we have £50 notes. I think there might be £100 notes in this country, but I can't say I've ever seen one. I have seen £50 notes, and I fucking hate it when people give me £50 notes because you can't spend them anywhere. Every time you try to spend a £50 note, you walk in and they look at it like it's radioactive. They're like, "Are you sure this is real money?" What they don't understand is if you're going to fake a note, fake a 20. At highest, fake a 20. Because, like, I used to know someone who knew people of criminal enterprise, and I would listen to their stories because they were fucking wild. Some of them were really wild, and some of them were just like simple, but you don't think about it. I said, "Oh yeah, I bought like 200 quid's worth of £20 notes for less than half that." And what I did was I got two £20 notes and I put it on either side of them, and then just handed them that.
Just to let you know, we don't have £100 notes. Scotland does, apparently.
I have no idea what you're saying.
Scotland
Yeah.
has £100 notes, but we don't.
Ah, the Scottish dollar or £100 notes. Okay, I'll keep that in mind. Alcohol-free beer is like edging. Well, to be fair, like some people like it. Some people just really like the flavor of beer. I don't know. I don't want to know these people. I know one of them apparently. I kind of get it.
If you turn the aircon off, you might be able to hear me.
Ah, so I should turn it up.
No.
My ATM gave me a $100 bill. Took me a month to get rid of it.
God.
Yeah, high value bills are not high value. They should be worth like double, just for the hassle. Salubrious greetings and salutations to you and your good lady. My good lady.
Ew.
I don't know whatever happened to her. I've got this okay one over here. She's pretty all right. She's a bit of all right.
What?
It's a card that he can also charge if you. Oh, so it's a It's a fucking. I can't think of the name of it. It's like a it's like it's a debit card, a charge card. You charge it up. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, you
I
charge
got it in
up
a
your
car
debt.
boot.
Yes.
Yeah. I mean, it kind of. I am not a fan of getting given money. While I do very much like money, though, it's one of those things that if you give me like £100 worth of Amazon vouchers, I'm pretty happy because I'm like, oh, there's so many things to buy on Amazon. Num 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 num.
Wow, Duck Dog, I appreciate it.
But if you give me $100, if you gave me £100, I would put it in my wallet, and then it would just get spent like normal money. So it's the forcing someone to buy themselves something that they wouldn't otherwise that I do appreciate about the gift card. I do very much dislike gift cards for incredibly specific, especially incredibly overpriced shops. Someone
Hello,
bought.
Amit. Welcome.
Someone gay. I was going to say someone bought some for the kids. I don't think that's fucking true. Someone gave some to our kids, and one of them was fucking empty.
Oh, that was my auntie.
That was a family member. We won't be specific.
That was my auntie.
Yeah, which makes one wonder. They basically had it, forgot they'd spent it, and went, "Oh, that'll do for them." Those scum, who are better people than you will ever be. She's not a great person.
No.
I have a play audition in 2 weeks' time. I'm quite excited. It's a comedy that requires character actor work, so it's up my street. Well, if it's so close, then it's worth going to, because, big bills are only annoying. I've always wanted to go back to coins. I always found coins really cool. I do like coins. I am of the mind that pennies and double pennies or whatever.
Go back to using coin purses.
I don't like pennies. I don't mind a 5 pence. I really hate shrapnel in general. Like when you try and pay for something and then you just get it cost like just the most stupid random amount of things, so they give you the maximum amount of change, or they don't have pound coins and they just give you nothing but change. That drives me fucking bananas. Because it's such a pain in the ass to find some way to spend it. Gift cards not being charged is a major problem here in the state. Gift cards are designed not to be used. Well, your best bet, if someone gives you a gift card, if they're not someone that you can immediately explode with your mind powers, is to sell them. You'll probably get more out of them unless they hand it to you and you go, I know exactly what I'm buying with this right now, which you should do ASAP because you will just forget it exists. And it's to sell it. If it's to a shop that you're like, I am never fucking shopping there, someone will use it, and it'll probably save them some money, and at least you get something out of it, and it gets fucking spent. Because the last thing that the shops want when you buy a gift card is for you to actually use it. Like, legally nothing I could do since we both owned the account. Oh, reminds me of my mother. She refused to take her name off my first bank account. Couldn't get a new one until she did. It was made from before I was 18, and she sold 7K for me. That's just fucking absurd. Nothing I could do since we both owned the account. But was it your money? Because there are things you can do when it is your money. Like, that is objectively theft. Yeah, just because she has her name on it.
Generally, parents are just classed as like an authority over accounts because they're adults. But they don't legally have access. They're not supposed to legally have access to the money. That's it.
Did you go to the police? Because here's the biggest problem. And what I fucking hate about people who will do that is they'll steal thousands of money from you, whatever your currency is. And then you'll go, give that back. And they say, nah, I'm not gonna. I've spent it. Fuck you. And then you go, right, I'm going to go to the police then. It's how could you destroy the family like this? No. You did that. You made this happen. I didn't make anything happen. I want my fucking money back, you thief. Yeah. I did, but they knew my parents and were buddy-buddy. I mean, was there not a level you could go higher? I would not let someone get away with that.
At the absolute least, at
She
least
paid back
at least you
2,500.
know
I mean,
where you stand with certain people.
honestly, the fact that you got anything back is honestly kind of surprising. $5,000, and now you just know never ever to trust that human being for any fucking reason. And
Oh, God.
that can be very valuable. I nagged her for 4 years. Jesus. Yeah, I couldn't even comprehend. Like, I don't particularly want to be or to have access to my kids anything. Not because I think I'll take from them, but because you never know. Like, if you could fucking hit your head and your personality change. And I just don't want that to happen. And then I suddenly become just the worst human piece of garbage. So, like, assume, like, with everything that you do, assume that one day you'll wake up a different person. And make it so that you can't fuck up someone you care about's life. And that's like my philosophy on the kids with bank accounts. They have their own bank accounts. Like, we have to have some form of control over it as their parents and they're quite young. But the second they will be fully responsible for their own thing. Absolutely step a million miles away from that shit. I bought about $240 worth of dog food with cash. There was 2 $100 bills, and I stood there chatting with the cashier about the times people have tried to give her fake money while she was verifying mine. I mean, to be fair, she was verifying it. There are ways to verify stuff. Like, good forgeries these days could be quite hard. Like, I know British money is relatively hard to forge. I could, to be honest, I haven't checked in a long time. I could be completely wrong about that now. But at one point, it certainly was. Dang, discourse like this makes me feel grateful for the parents I've got. I actually like those people. I think they'll do right by me. Yeah, I'm sure it's nice to have parents that you trust. I don't, like, distrust my parents. I don't think my parents are necessarily going to steal from me. I mean, they literally couldn't at the moment. But I'm sure it's fine. Greetings, sir and Mrs. Did you enjoy the brain melting of spirit science this week? Because I enjoy watching the slow descent into madness of the weird blue thing. Yeah, it was really interesting, that video, actually. Because what the video he made was supposed to just like, oh, look at all we've done and we're going to do more shit in the future. But I was just so fascinated by the condensed, basically, here's every stupid thing I ever said, that I just had to make a video. I can't believe it. I've had that video in the canon for ages because I didn't really know what to title it. And then I titled it what I thought of in the first place, and it did fine. It's one of my big problems with... when I publish a video, the hardest thing is to pick a title, because that can make or break a video. I could make the best video on YouTube. If I can't think of a good title, it's doomed to obscurity.
You also struggle with spelling.
I struggle with spelling because A, fucking Photoshop has no spell checker. Thanks a lot, Adobe. And B, I have a big stupid idiot brain that doesn't work, and people shouldn't judge me for it. Shouldn't stand over my shoulder and get very upset as I'm typing away. Not that anybody around here does that.
things to be spelt correctly.
That's what I do. I try to assume something might happen to me. But yeah, she kicked me out soon after I made her pay it back so she could give my room to my sister. She sounds like a wonderful person. I'm sure you love her very much. My dad can't steal my money anymore because he's dead. I'm assuming that that's a good thing. Oof. At least I hope in the context of this, and not that he never stole it, but he can't steal it because he's dead. Why would you say such an awful thing about my dad? Stop killing ducks to make duct tape. No, duct tape is made out of ducts. That's why it's so heavy. Photoshop doesn't have a spell checker yet. Expects us to pay $200 for a fucking license. The actual hell. No, not anymore. You don't pay $200 for a license. You pay infinite money for a license.
It's subscription based now.
And now the one that you could buy, which was Photoshop Elements, which does the job for me, but has new features every so often. So I've bought a couple of versions of it. The last time I checked, I went to go. I was like, oh, new updates. Oh, let's see. Oh, they've got some interesting things going on. And they go, yeah, this much money for a 3-year license. And I was like, I'm sorry, fucking what? No, perpetual license. That's what you used to do. Stupidest thing about it, what drove me up the fucking wall, is that they were getting a 3-year license out of me anyway, but now I'll never fucking buy it again. So their sheer greed lost them sales. Now it'll probably make them money in the long run from fucking morons, but it's just such a shit company. It's irritating that they make some genuinely kind of awesome products. Photoshop is a really good product when it's working. Sometimes it doesn't.
Just use clip pen.
It's not the same. It is simply not the same. It doesn't do the things that I need it to.
Draw your own stuff.
That assumes I can draw.
You can.
I can draw okay. I'm cancelling my Photoshop. Thought I'd need it for work. Turns out the free stuff you can get works fine for my needs. Also, certain websites exist. Actually, there's a really good website that is a free Photoshop alternative. Can't remember what it is off the top of my head. It does use ads, but it's actually pretty awesome. It's really good for transferring different file types. When I'm writing, autocorrect saves my butt every time. I type fast, but too fast. I can write 3K word chapter in an hour. Okay. I feel like that's a decent amount.
I don't know how.
All I know is I write 4 pages of text a week.
I wouldn't be able to come up with that many ideas within that time space in order to write that much.
Yeah, I write 8 A4 standard pages of text a week, which some people will think is absolutely mind-blowingly loads, and some people are like, "Is that it?" But it's consistent. I'm actually very curious as just to how much I have written in my life, or in the last few years, really. It'd be a lot. I know my typing is a lot faster than it used to be. I use A5 trying to write my book. It's a simple proposition. We make a thing, and you pay us in perpetuity. You want to own something? Ha! What are you, from the 1980s? Yeah. But you can own Photoshop.
If you're writing books at A5, you might as well. Yeah.
You can own it. They're just not happy. To be honest, I think that that is actually part of their marketing strategy entirely. They expect people to obtain it some way and use it for a number of years to learn it, and then when they're a grown up and have a job doing it, the job will probably buy it, or they'll buy it for themselves.
I'm surprised the speed type is not in the Olympics. Breakdancing made it. Why the devil not? To be honest, though, I would probably watch it if it was typist.
Speed typing, when you watch some of the people do it, it is mesmerizing.
Just watch all the smoke come off the keyboard.
Clackety, 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 clack. The moon is one of God's gallbladder stones. I mean, that makes too much sense. Black marker Photoshop, perhaps, or Photoshop from Temu. Okay. Just imagine watching 50 people type as fast as they can, just clacking away. I would want to watch that, but there's one person in the corner who's just using his whole palms and just bam, 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 bam. There's a game where you do that, and I don't remember what it's called, but I keep getting tempted to buy it. And then I remember I quite like my keyboard. My keyboard is not a cheap keyboard, and I should not whack the shit out of it. So I've chosen to do it out of sheer fear for the life of my keyboard that I need to, work. Speed reading is awesome, but would be even more boring to watch than speed typing.
Agreed.
I mean, I suppose what you would do with speed reading is you would give someone a completely fresh piece of text, and then you get them to answer questions about it.
Oh, if they played Typing of the Dead, I'd watch that.
Oh, Typing of the Dead is awesome and genuinely fun. And gets really hard really fast. Speed walking as a sport is weird. Yeah. Like, if you're not running, I feel like you're not worth watching. I'm sure the people who like speed walking take it very, very seriously, but it is impossible to take them seriously. I don't wish to downplay their achievements, but it is just the lamest fucking shit ever. If you do speed walk and you take it seriously, but you also understand that it's the lamest shit ever, then all respect to you. And I appreciate you. And I'd be more likely to watch you in the thing. Oh, Daley Thompson was a killer. Other old controllers keep... What is a Daley Thompson? Or who is a Daley Thompson? Did he murder peripherals? Speed consumption should be... What the fuck is consumption? I did a course on speed reading, and holy fuck, I didn't know my brain could process information that fast. Comprehension, like 70%. Yeah. Like, when I skim read something, I get, like, some of it. I often find myself skimming it, and then I go, oh, I didn't fucking read any of that, did I? So I go back and I force myself to read it.
I just can't skim read. I have to read it.
When it's a big long document, like what I'll often do, if I need to read a scientific paper, I'll skim it to try and find prescient pieces of information, and then I'll go back and I'll read those bits, and then I'll usually read the whole thing because I'll be like, I don't know what this means in context. So I ultimately force myself to read it in the end.
Cheers from Arizona. Thank you.
Thank you, Arizona. I mean, I thought for a state you'd have a bit more money. No, I do appreciate it. Thank you. Wow, I showed my age with Daley Thompson. Any support here? Yeah, I literally don't know who that is.
I'm going to look it up because I probably recognize the face.
You'll recognize him by sight. I was good at speed driving. They sent me on a special course. A race course. Or like... Stop driving like an asshole course. I get you on Daley Thompson decathlon on the Specky. Many Kempson joysticks knackered.
He won the gold medal in 1980 and 1984. To be honest, he's a bit of a silver fox. He's quite, yeah.
I have to be careful, or I'll read an 500 to 800 page book in like 2 days max. I have to physically slow myself down. Okay.
Yeah.
How are the kiddos with reading? They're absolutely brilliant, but they have almost no interest in fiction.
That was him in the 80s, obviously.
Dang.
In that mustache.
Yeah. Oh, so they mean the Daley Thompson fucking video game on the Spectrum. All this, because the sports games always used to be grind the shit out of your controller, smash it against a desk as hard as you can. But yeah, the kids can read amazingly, but they're not all that into books. They're not books.
Really good
fiction. They love informational books.
Yeah, they like science books.
They will read the shit out of those, but it's very hard to get them to engage with a story. They've found some that they like, and this weekend we just finished very last episode of Avatar: The Last Airbender, and that has been kind of a marathon thing because they have ADHD. It is very difficult to get them to sit down and watch a whole thing without wanting to get up and leave and do something else for a bit. And they also get very invested. And with the last 2 episodes of that show, shit gets fucking intense. So the fact that they sat down and they watched the whole thing. We decided that to get them to watch the last 2 episodes concurrently, because usually we just watch 1 episode, but it kind of makes more sense as a whole thing It's really meant to be one big long episode. And now they know all the thing that happened. And they really, really enjoyed it. And now we have a story that we can actually talk to them about. And yeah, because films is hard as well. Films were probably harder. At least with the TV show, you get 20-minute chunks. Last Airbender is one of the goats. Makes sense. It is so good. When Mrs. Sick first told me about it, I was like, that cartoon with the bald kid. Oh, I'm sure it's okay.
It's beautiful.
I'm sure it's good for one of those.
Really
Holy
good.
fuck, it's just really good.
Mm-hmm.
The thing that pissed me off is the first time I watched it through was on Netflix, and they had the goddamn Nickelodeon intro at the beginning of every single fucking episode, and it drove me crazy because it takes you out of the entire thing. I don't mind the little logo at the end of the episode. It goes, oh, and Nickelodeon is there. I was like, okay, I guess. So I specifically went out to find a rip of it that doesn't have that intro. Oh my god, it's so much more enjoyable. I've watched that whole show through like 4 or 5 times at least. Really enjoyed doing it with the kids. Next, we're going to go to Mob Psycho 100 because that's a complete series now as well. And that is so fucking good.
Yeah, Dragon Prince is really good.
Who that?
Dragon Prince.
What?
You wouldn't expect it to be because it really promotes itself as like a kids show, but it ends up actually really well written.
Wait, that's the one with the soccer actor in it and the egg.
Egg.
And the
Yeah.
egg. Yeah, I remember that. That's pretty good. Did that stop? That didn't finish. I don't remember finishing it.
But
Did get to the end of the story.
we tend to move on really well.
Today's movies suck. No, they don't. They actually don't. You've just been watching bad movies. There are really good movies from today or from recently. The Lighthouse is relatively recent. That's fucking amazing.
Really good.
I mean, if you don't vibe with it, you'll think it's shit. But that's a really good film.
It depends what movies you like.
Yeah, and just don't watch shit movies. Like, loads of good movies come out all the time.
Yeah, just watch the trailer, see if you vibe with it, and give it a go.
And there are plenty of really really good old movies as well.
Yeah, the old movies are like comfort blankets.
Wait, I think I've got the thing from memory, and it's been a bit Earth, Ari, Wind, Fire. Once the 4 nations lived in harmony, and then yeah, that's close enough. I mean, it's where Earth, Wind, Fire. Oh no, it's Earth, Water, Fire, Air.
Water, because it's American.
Water.
Water.
Water. In 10 years' time, Zorvath shall emerge from Luna and battle Cersei over the rights of whiskey and Whiskey-geddon. Stupidest 5-1. Probably. I mean, I won't turn up. I'll just be there drinking the whiskey. And they'll be like, aha, I'm ready for battle, fool. My partner and kid watched season 1 and 2 One Punch Man together. Oh, yeah, One Punch Man's fucking great.
Yeah.
Season 2, oh, God, the downward trajectory of how good it looks is really unfortunate, but it's still extremely funny and extremely entertaining. You just have to get over how good season 1 looks and just accept that. You're awfully cute, but unfortunately for you, you're made of meat. That was Tomomo, wasn't it? Whenever someone says X movie is good, usually they mean vastly different things than I would consider a good movie. To me, the best were those cringy old comedies with Arnold Schwarzenegger. Or the action movies.
Absolute masterpieces.
Arnie movies is like literally one of the things that we've downloaded. I don't think we've actually downloaded that many Arnie movies yet, but we are going to just download a shitload of old Arnie movies.
Yeah.
The comedies and the action movies, because they're just really entertaining.
Total Recall.
Considering we really like old action movies, really didn't vibe with the Expendables.
Not really,
Like,
no.
I think they're quite lazy.
Yeah.
I think they literally just, oh, look, it's that famous action movie star. Now you're enjoying this. And I'm like, no, make something cool happen.
I think a lot of it's just like It's like all the old action movie stars in a care home type of vibe.
I'll tell you a film that I didn't expect to be as good as it was, and it was really good. Was the what is it? The Unbearable Weight of Massive Talent.
Yeah, that was good. Yeah, I liked that one.
Nicolas Cage plays Nicolas Cage, and it's even better than that sounds. It's actually really good, really, really good.
And Pedro's a really good actor too.
Yeah. Oh my god, such a fun movie.
Not the bees.
And
No,
it's
there's
got
no
some
bees.
really it's got some stupidly wholesome moments in it. Yeah, I'm just trying to think what we've watched recently. Like Everything Everywhere All at Once. Some people fucking hate it. If you're not a miserable sod, it's just very nice. It's a
Well, we
really
watched
feel good movie.
recently for movies. We watched My Cousin Vinny.
Oh my god, My Cousin
And
Vinny was so fun.
Then rest of the time we've been watching Murderbot.
Yeah. I didn't realize that Apple TV series is were like good. It's almost like having a shitload of money and a service you want to promote means that you probably have to make good things for it. The Nicolas Cage taking the self-referential piss out of himself is gold dust. Yeah, it's so good. If you like Nicolas Cage, even when he's at his worst, you will love that movie because he is not only actually being really good in it, he's also being really bad in it, and on purpose, and it's so good. I've heard good things about the Unbearable Weight movie. Not seen it, but might have heard good things. It is good. It's very fun. It's not a clever movie, but if you like Nicolas Cage movies at all, like if you know one or two, it is just a fun thing. Oh, pardon me. Who knew Apple TV would end up making all the best TV? Well, like the whole thing with Netflix is that they keep making their green light fucking anything, and then they'll just cancel movies because they have these perverse incentives where a TV show doesn't just have to make enough money or enough views to be worth it. It has to make all of them. And it's like, well, not every show can be the most successful thing ever. Calm the fuck down. Just make things for reasonable budgets that people like, and they'll come back and watch more of it. We were really enjoying, what was the one with the Greek gods?
Oh, that was Chaos.
Chaos. Really good.
Yeah. There's one called Sense8 as well, which I really liked, and they cancelled that.
Yeah, and it's just fucking infuriating.
Like American Gods as well. It wasn't amazing.
Renfield was rather funny.
Amazon cancelled that one too.
Renfield is an objectively shit movie, and we've really enjoyed it.
Yeah, that was good, that one.
We had a really good time.
It was
We're not expecting...
was unbelievably camp. I really loved it.
It's just, if you like vampire movies, but you're not, like, serious about them, oh my god, because it references fucking everything. Or almost fucking everything. I was surprised it didn't have Soul Reaver references in it. That would have made it the perfect movie. But it was close enough. Oh my god. I actually genuinely really enjoyed that. Shit, it's 111 degrees right now. What, like 111 Fahrenheit?
Oof.
Fucking, I don't know what directly that translates to, but we were looking at... For some reason, I've accidentally set one of our air conditioners to read as Fahrenheit. And it said 80, and I was like, oh, is that high? I was like, 26 degrees C. Oh, that's quite high for England.
111 is 43.8. That's a bit spicy.
Day After Tomorrow was a good movie, even if it's bad. I remember watching that.
I liked that movie. Oh, I loved that one. I watched
it's
that
a very memorable movie.
Yeah, I watched that like 4 or 5 times. Yeah, it had Jake Gyllenhaal in it.
Yeah. He was in everything for a while.
Is it Gyllenhaal? Is that how you pronounce it? Gyllenhaal. Gyllenhaal.
Jake Gilly Suit.
Gilly Suit.
I was 26 when I finally realized that big buff actors all have their own twist. Arnie, very moral. Defender of the weak. Stallone, humble man, doing his thing. Van Damme, redeemed bad guy. I assume you mean Van Damme. I remember when
Steven
Jean-Claude Van Damme...
Seagal up his own ass.
Yeah, Steven Seagal can't fight, can't do anything. Thinks he is God's gift to martial arts. Somehow. My God. We found this, well, it was suggested. If you know anything about the guy who does the animation where he like draws over himself and his mates, and they do like a lot of video game skits, he has a video about the fact that SNL essentially, and pretty fucking obviously, stole his skit. But he was like, I'm not going to make this a negativity. I'm not going to make this a shitty match. I'm going to shout out some things. And one of them was a guy who makes Steven Seagal skits, and they are so fucking funny. So it's like people run up to him and he like vaguely moves an arm and they go flying across the fucking room.
Like Netflix,
so good.
Netflix makes awesome pilot seasons, so doesn't advertise them outside their own recommendations page. Keeps raising the price and wondering why people are not getting new customers. Yeah.
There's going to be
one of the problems as well is just like you'd think if they want people to see a series, they would promote it. But I think their sort of policy is if it does good on its own without being recommended, then we'll do another season, which is stupid. If it's not promoted, how are people going to see it?
Yes, like one of the things, like we're eventually going to knock our Netflix on the head more than likely, unless they really pull their fucking finger out and get some cool shit, because we have the Plex, and it is slowly getting more and more filled with things that we like.
Oh, Firefly as well. That was a while ago, but yeah, that really sucks because that had so much potential.
I mean, a lot of really good shows get cancelled for stupid reasons. The stupidest reason anything ever got cancelled is probably Police Squad. Police Squad was cancelled and subsequently made into the Naked Gun trilogy. But that's good. But the fact it was cancelled because one of the executives watched it and went, there are too many jokes in this. People won't be able to keep up. Therefore bad. No concept of syndication, a thing that good shows get all the fucking time. And can you imagine a syndicated show where literally every single time you watch it, you see a new joke that you never noticed before? How many fucking times would you rewatch that show? You'd rewatch it forever. That was the most brain dead executive on the fucking planet. The type of zero intellect it takes to look at something and go, that's too good. I'm going to cancel it. I can find one reason why that might make sense in a universe other than this one, I guess. That they have their pet show. They really had their pet show and they went, that's funnier than the show I want to get going. I'm going to kill it because I can.
Steven Seagal's last movies had stunt doubles for when he walks.
I always like stunt arse/genitals. That always makes me laugh. But the funniest stunt genitals is fucking, oh shit, what's he called? The Green Goblin. Spider-Man.
Willem Dafoe.
Willem Dafoe had to have a stunt cock because his is too big. You can fucking tell just by the way he walks. Come on. It's the sudden unbearable pain that he gets when he steps wrong. Oh yeah, Willem Dafoe. His penis is too large. Who would have seen that coming? Everyone, because it's so big. Lol. Seen Night Beat / Night Patrol. Fun, Terabad cop comedy from the 80s. Have not. Night Patrol sounds familiar, but I think it might have just been a Family Guy joke rather than something I've ever seen. Name an action movie from the 90s. I probably have it on Laserdisc. Physical media is forever. Buy Laserdisc. Defoe is an underrated actor. I don't think that's true. I think anybody with an ounce of taste thinks Defoe is amazing. He can chew the scenery, but he can act his fucking tits off as well. Like he has a great range. He is just one of those people that I don't think I've ever seen him turn up in something and go, oh God, it's Willem Dafoe. It's like always awesome. How good is this going to be? You all right, missus?
Yeah, I've got Pepsi in my lungs.
She has Pepsi in her lungs. That's not where it goes, but you know. Name a thing now that you couldn't accurately describe as a fever dream from the before times. I don't know.
What do you mean before times?
I don't even know what you mean by that whole sentence, but I'm sure someone will figure it out. Stop vaping Peps. Oh, vaping Pepsi, right. Thought you were trying to say vaping pens. No. And you don't breathe it in. Anyone else think that some of the LA executives have to hand in their brains as collateral or something? It does feel like that. I know some of the choices are just because some random... It's money, but it's like a reason that just doesn't make sense. Used to be just Supernatural, Friends, Charmed. Nowadays it's Netflix show or new Prime. Well, yeah, I mean, there are lots of things. There are going to be new shows. That's how existence works. I hope there are going to be new shows. I want there to be new shows. I mean, all those series did go on for fucking ever. And some of them went on longer than they needed to.
Supernatural was perfect. Leave it alone.
I didn't say shit.
Charmed had a way too many filler content. Oh my god.
Friends, like, had its moments. Like, I've never seen an episode of Friends where it didn't get a chuckle out of me. But it's not something I would generally go out of my way to watch. Frasier, that's a show I really like.
Yeah.
And it's, like, very, very funny. I also liked Ally McBeal back in the day. I think we have
you
that.
got me into Ally McBeal.
Yeah.
I really like that show.
It's her craziness that really sells the whole thing. Those Plex bastards killed my remote viewing. Mad I didn't think to name my Surfer PC Aniplex. Okay. Yeah, I like the idea of getting like into something like Jellyfin, but Plex is so much everywhere, and that's how you win. Be everywhere. That it's just so much easier. Oh, I like the Futurama reference. Single female lawyer fighting for her clients, having lots of sex, and being self-reliant. Hey, I'm pretty good. The Charmed reboot is an abomination. I am completely unsurprised by that idea.
Oh God, no! It's so of its time. That's the only reason. Like I've got like I love like I've been rewatching Buffy, and it's so 90s. It's like a capsule, and it's great to watch.
Yeah.
It's
It always
very
baffled
nostalgic.
me that a show as good as Frasier was a hit in America. America doesn't like good TV. No, I think America loves good TV, but you have to catch a certain angle to really blow up. And I think the thing with Frasier is that unless you didn't get the joke, which Mrs. Sick initially didn't, she just thought it was like the posh show with posh jokes, and then I made her watch the first episode.
I thought he was so arrogant and up his own ass, and I'm like, how is this funny? He's just an asshole.
And I was
like,
oh wait,
that's supposed
the
to...
joke.
Yeah, that was supposed to be the joke, which I didn't get.
Yeah, I showed her the first episode, and you meet Martin for the first time, and it makes the whole thing explicitly clear that Frasier is a dick, and that you are not supposed to root for him when he's being a dick. When he's being a good guy, you can root for him, and then it's fun. And when like bad things happen to him that are not his fault, that's always really fun. But yeah, I should probably start putting Frasier on the background while I work again.
That is true. Like TV shows used to just be their own things, and then they would get a fan base based around it. But now it's all about what streaming platform it's on.
You need to watch Cheers to really get Frasier. No, you don't. Not even slightly. And I watched Cheers. I watched all of Cheers.
I've
and
never
I like
watched Cheers, and I really like Frasier.
Yeah. Because Frasier is its own beast. There are little jokes, side jokes that having watched Cheers elevates Frasier. But I would also say that knowing nothing about Cheers takes basically nothing away from it. There's only a couple of episodes where him being from Cheers even matters. Like once Lilith turns up in the show, that's his ex-wife. She's a bit cold and weird. Yeah, you get more context for that after watching the show, that his wife, while he's on Cheers, is this weird robot woman who is also, for some fucking reason, every guitar player in this one music video looked like her. I can't remember what it is off the top of my head, but when I saw it, I was like, why are there 3 Liliths behind this man? This is so fucking weird. Yeah. They are rebooting
Smallville.
Frasier with a new Niles, but the same Frasier. They've rebooted Frasier already, like fairly recently. I haven't watched any of it. I'm afraid it's going to be garbage. It might be good, but I'm afraid that it will be awful. Oh, speaking of things, I'm not that they were awful when they were rebooted, but that they did get rebooted after being really good. The thing that everybody should watch, Arrested Development. If you haven't watched Arrested Development yet, I think it's on Netflix. It's very, very good. At least the first time. And there's so many little jokes in that just, absolutely slap. I can't remember. I started watching it again, and I kind of lost interest after a while. But the first watching was really fun. Simply irresistible was the video. Thank you. Jamero 10 knows. I think I like and want to live in Tribal's book world. Well,
There's a reboot of King of the Hill as well.
I saw that there was a Father's Day thing that they did using King of the Hill. And I was going to watch it, and then I did something else. But I did. Is that actually a reboot? I mean, King of the Hill was fucking great, and it's still really good. Occasionally, I remember that it's a thing that I want on the Plex, and I download another season. But I always forget. Hey, Kaylee, how you doing? Did you get All in the Family in the UK or Barney Miller? I know All in the Family was probably something that exists. Sanford and Son, the US version of Steptoe and Son. I've heard of Sanford and Son, and obviously I know about Steptoe and Son. But like a lot of old shows I haven't really watched. One of the only really old shows that I would still watch to this day is probably something like Monty Python, because that shit is completely fucking timeless. Or at least a lot of it is. The whole story would be. Oh wait, you're talking about your little plot thing. I haven't been keeping up with that. Sorry.
Oh my
Benji
god.
has been decluttering their kitchen. It'll never end. There will be no declutter. You'll finish, you'll turn around, you'll turn back, and there'll be a new mess.
Danger Mouse, and I used to watch it was Pink Panther, Danger Mouse, Top Cat,
Top Cat.
and Wacky Races. I used to watch.
Top Cat was
Yeah.
legitimately pretty good.
I really enjoyed things like that. And then
Are we just gonna move straight into children TV shows that we all used to watch?
yeah.
What about Darkwing Duck?
Yeah.
Someone better count Duckula. There was a fucking time when they were really pushing the Duck verse, and I don't fucking know why. There was DuckTales.
Oh my god, Trapdoor! Oh, I used to love Trapdoor. That was so good.
DuckTales, Darkwing Duck, Count Duckula, and some other fucking shit for reasons beyond me.
Yeah, Dexter's Laboratory was really good too.
There was actually, it's now not that recent, but relatively recent remaking of the Looney Tunes thing, where they all
okay.
live on a street together. And for some reason, Daffy Duck in that is completely fucking unhinged. And it's really, really funny.
That sounds funny.
He starts going through he's like reading this letter. Said, "Oh, to feel your body against mine once again, my love." And then someone goes, "Stop fucking reading my mail." And then he gets pepper sprayed by the postie. He says, "This is what happens when you don't let me read your mail." It's just so fucking stupid. It was really funny.
Yeah, there was Cow and Chicken, Dog Cat or Cat Dog. I can't remember.
Cat Dog.
There was 2 Angry Beavers.
Angry Beavers was
Yeah.
fucking based.
Yeah, Courage, yeah. And I used to watch Fat Dog Mendoza as well, but that was like that was on really late, and I used to stay up to watch that. I don't know why it was on really late. I think it's because it was really surreal, and I really enjoyed it though. I thought it was weird.
Do you know the thing about Courage the Cowardly Dog? He was actually named properly. He was super courageous. I am very smart for having noticed that. I've seen so many fucking things. Actually, Courage did have courage. Like, yeah, it's the fucking point. I do love people who, when they figure something out, they think they're the only person on the planet who has. Everyone else thought this was just this, but I didn't. Or, translation, I just figured out after 20 years. It's like, no, dipshit. That was the whole fucking reason. Animaniacs. Oh, and
What was that show
Freakazoid.
called? There was
that went with Animaniacs. Da, 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 da,
no,
da, da, da,
there was this
Freakazoid,
cartoon that I
Freakazoid.
used to watch. There was a girl in it called April, and it was like
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
I used to watch that too, but no. And X-Men I used to watch, but
Biddle-dee-dee-dee-dee.
but it was
Nerf.
it was like a I can't remember now. There was like a girl, and it was like paper cutout style. I found it so unique. I can't remember what it is. Was she called April? I can't remember now.
I did really like the Earthworm Jim cartoon. It was pretty well voice acted. What blew my mind about that is that the game came first. Someone made a game called Earthworm Jim about a fucking worm in a supersuit, and then afterwards they made a cartoon, and the cartoon was fucking hilarious. At least as a kid. It might not be so funny now, but there was, like, they would always drop a cow on people, and it was very funny. And then later they reinforced the joke by they locked up one of the villains and said, "Do you know what you need? An evil cow." And they drop an evil cow on him as well. And then it looks at the screen and goes, "I am an evil cow." Moo, moo. Fucking brilliant, genius tier. Game for the SNES. It was for all systems, I think. Actually, I think it was originally a Mega Drive game, but I could be wrong. Rocco's Modern Life. Oh my god.
Yeah,
He used to work for a sex chat line. We did not fucking notice as children. He definitely works for a sex chat line. Like, there's no fucking two ways about it. Nick had Ren and Stimpy. CN had Billy and Mandy. Disney had Brandy and Mr. Whiskers. I have not a lot heard of the... I've heard of Billy and Mandy. I've definitely not heard of Brandy and Mr. Whiskers. But then I never really watched Disney anything unless they let the dregs fall onto another channel. Relaxovision was a great bit. Wow, they blew the animation budget for the season on that fight. That sounds pretty cool. I tell you what had the best animation.
It wasn't April, it was
reboot.
Angela Anaconda. That was what it was.
Ah, I've heard of
Oh my
that.
god. Oh, this is so nostalgic.
Yeah, we did
I
the
got
stream
April
where
from.
we talked nothing about films and just went, let's get this film, that film, the other. This time, all the TV series.
Oh god.
Except mostly
yeah.
I can't be asked to download TV
No,
series.
there's way too many of them, and they're probably not as good as what we remember.
And there's only one good kids TV shows, and it's called Botsmaster, because it has the best fucking intro ever.
Robot Wars.
What, Robot Wars, like with Craig Charles and Jeremy Clarkson. People forget that Jeremy Clarkson
I love
did.
that shit. That was so good.
It was pretty good. I'll be honest. It was a Sunday evening, and the fucking Robot Wars would come on, and they'd just smash each other to bits. And then they'd have one of the really fucking expensive ones that they'd built, like Sir Kills-a-Lot,
Yes.
with a stupid fucking name. And it would absolutely eviscerate them unless you had one that was like just like the best robots. And it's still to this day. I saw one recently in some robot combat thing, and it's just this completely uncontrollable thing. It has like a wheel on either end of a cylinder, and then it just spins at unfathomable speeds. And so it just knocks into things and just rips chunks of them off. It's completely ridiculous. Sir Kills-a-Lot, 6 role model. A big metal thing that likes to murder I'm not saying that I relate to that or anything.
See you later, Tribal.
I had forgotten about Clarkson and Robot Wars. Yeah, I know. It's something that I always forget until I remember for some reason. Robot Wars in the UK was thrilling. I don't know if that's irony or not, but as a kid, it's pretty fun. Red Dwarf isn't timeless. Red Dwarf season 1 to 6 is fucking pretty damn good.
It's also
7 and 8 are okay. And then everything that they've released recently, every single time it's fucking awful.
I saw a clip of that today of like very recent Red Dwarf, where they all look very old.
Yeah.
And I'm like, this is weird.
This is weird and really not funny. How about Spawn? Well, that was on like one of those weird cable channels that no one ever got, except for the one kid. And so you go and you watch it, and Spawn is like super fucking violent. It was like crazy violent. Erie, Indiana. Oh my God, my brother loved that show. I really liked it. He fucking loved that show. It was a bit like... It's a bit like there was that Tales from the Crypt Keeper, but always about the same set of kids. Oh, I can't remember the name of the show, but I'm going to sing the theme tune. Have you ever felt like this? Strange things happen while you're going for a piss, which is how I remember it. It's a show I can't remember much about it. I can't remember the name.
Wasn't that just called like Round the Twist?
It might have been called Round the Twist. But there was an episode where they just get perpetually shit on by seagulls. Like there's piles of seagull shit. And right at the end, one of the seagulls poops like 2 rubies. So I can't fucking remember any of the context of it except piles of bird shit and then rubies. Really fucking weird. Blake Halsey High. Well, that just makes me think Biker Grove. Biker Grove, which... I don't know if Americans know anything about Ant and Dec. I don't think that they've been cross-Atlantic in terms of...
They have a little bit because of, what do they call it?
Like the jungle shows.
Yeah, and stuff like that.
Well, Ant and Dec come from Biker Grove, where they were 2 best friends in it for some fucking reason. One of them goes blind in it. I remember that. I never watched Biker Grove, but for some reason... The show with the lighthouse, yes. Yes, the show with the lighthouse. And so much bird shit in one episode. Oh my God, I remember the seagull shit episode. That episode gave me a paranoid complex. Yeah, I should try and find that.
Goosebumps
That might be really
too.
good.
I liked Goosebumps.
Demon Headmaster, that was really good at the time. Probably not as effective as it is. Round the Twist is it just Round the Twist? Yeah, I guess the twist was the inside of the fucking lighthouse, I guess. I said I guess twice there. Big smart. I watched a lot of British TV growing up, only heard about Ant and Dec. Do you mean only just? Or that you watched a lot of British TV and all they went was, by the way, Ant and Dec. Nightmare. Nightmare is sick.
Oh my God, Nightmare was awesome.
Ooh, nasty. Either Ant or Dec got shot in the face with a paintball. How do I know that? That fucking cultural osmosis of things that you don't remember and didn't watch. I liked Keeping Up Appearances. What with Phoebe Bouquet. It was actually just called Phoebe Bucket. She's a member of the Bucket family, who are all just like...
Wait, Kaylee, she lives in the UK, I think.
Okay.
Yeah.
Geordie, like me, I spent the last 40 years nothing at the Ant and Dec references, Pillocks. Is it true you have to buy a TV license? Do they still show ads? So, the TV license is something that you need to buy if you watch or record live television in the UK as it is broadcast. That is the pretty close to exact words. The BBC do not show adverts. That is part of their remit, and they're essentially what you're paying for. But every other type of TV that you still have to have a TV license for, even though it's more or less not supported by the TV license at all. They say, oh yeah, they get a bit of the money. Fuck off, do they? They can show as many adverts as they want because they're not part of the BBC. It is what it is. We don't have a TV license because we literally don't watch live TV. And we don't use... you need it if you want to watch... If you want to legitimately watch fucking BBC iPlayer. Which we don't. There's just nothing that we give a shit about. And it is now...
They try and push it to say it's every streaming service, because some streaming services...
They're trying to do that.
Yeah, some streaming services do show...
Oh, Hyacinth, not Phoebe. I'm thinking of Phoebe.
Because
Phoebe,
some
yeah.
streaming services do live sections on their service. So they said, oh, because of the potential of you happenstancing across this live section of this service, that means you have to pay for a TV license. No, it doesn't.
Yeah. So far, they're not getting very far with it. Anyway, it is. It's been an hour, and I want to go do like stuff. So I will catch you in the next one, or in a video, or whatever. Or you can go to Mrs. Six stream. Don't forget, she streams every day from 10 a.m. GMT to about 2. So you can have fun with that, and we'll catch you next time. Bye.
Bye. That was really